Now,
We're live!
normally, I say that we are diverged, heading through woods. There's pathways, we're traveling, but at this point, we're just plain lost. So, I don't know where the fuck we're at. However, it has been a long time coming. It is hot in this jacket. I am the queen here with some bitch who thinks he's a lion and thinks his opinion matters. The opinionated Lito, hi, how are you? How are you
I
feeling
mean,
today?
you just gonna do me like that, bro? Just
You
like that?
you did
Off
your,
rip?
you did yourself like that.
Off rip, fam?
You did
Shit.
yourself like that. So how's your?
Damn.
Mm-hmm. That's tough. That's
That's
tough.
that's tough.
So
Don't
how?
Eminem belong on the side of a 9?
Listen,
Mm.
you gonna hop on the diss track next?
Oh yeah, I got it. Don't worry.
Got them bars.
Yep, got them bars for M, you know what I'm saying?
Now,
Shit.
we don't have anything in particular to talk about. We're just shooting the shit because it's been so goddamn long. So
We out here.
we're out here winging it, so we go see how this goes. But bitch, let me tell you, these Oreos are good. Do you hear
Are
me?
they?
Delicious.
Okay.
Delicious.
Oh.
So, for some godforsaken reason, I listened to you,
Ooh.
and I read this manga. Is it even considered a manga?
It's called a manhwa.
A manhwa. Oh,
A manhwa,
excuse me.
since it's Korean.
This Korean manga called Solo Leveling.
Otherwise known as Wolo Weveling.
Who the fuck calls it Wolo Leveling?
People in the community that understand that everything Mr. Sung Jin Woo Woo does is a fucking win.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Is that actually a thing?
No, it's only one YouTuber that actually calls it that.
Oh, I was gonna be like, girl, what we're not
Yeah.
about to do. So I read it, and it's pretty good. I like it.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Just pretty good.
It's just pretty good. I don't like waiting for shit. So now that I've caught up, even though I read how many chapters? 96,
97.
96 chapters. At the time, it was 96 chapters in like 2 days. Um, I was questioning it, but you were right. It gave me some Hunter x Hunter teas. It
Oh.
gave me some My Hero Academia teas, minus the teaching. It gave me. I got some mini Naruto vibes in there.
Some mini Naruto vibes.
Mini Naruto
Sure, if
vibes.
Naruto was from the perspective of like, oh, I don't know, like Sasuke or somebody infinitely better than Naruto as a character.
Wow, you just gonna shit on Naruto like that?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna shit on Naruto like that.
For what? You sound
Cause
like a
he's an annoying punk ass little kid, man.
you sound like a
Sung Jin
hater.
Woo, no, I'm not a hater, man. Sung Jin Woo he ain't no little punk bitch, bro.
But he was a punk bitch.
No, he was a bitch. There's a difference between a bitch and a punk bitch. I mean, if you're an E rank hunter, which is the lowest hunter you can be, you're going into an S class dungeon, you're seeing all these dudes getting killed around you, and then you sacrifice yourself for the greater group. You lose a leg, you got these giant stone statues coming at you. You got to sort out like, hey, I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna do it like a man. You know what I'm saying? And then you get brought back to life. Like that's tough.
Some would call that stupid because nobody told his ass to be a hunter. I'm sure that wasn't the only way to make money, and as an E-rank hunter, he knew that he wasn't gonna make a lot of money being that rank.
Well, you see the way his bank account was set up. His mama had
No
hospital
checking
bills.
and no savings. Do you hear me? There was no checking and no savings. Then he gave his fucking money he earned that day to that girl trying to be cute.
And she just swerved him.
The hardest swerve. Do you hear me? That swerve.
She jumped straight from the Katy Toll Road onto I-10.
Bitch, listen, he was on Highway 6. She left his ass on side of her. Not
Took
even
that
by,
exit at Gessner and just booked it.
not even by a metro bus stop. Just you're gonna have to figure something out, sis. Because this
Oh
ain't it.
man. Yeah. And then, fast forward maybe what, 15, 20 chapters, and he's getting there, you know. He's a mini beast.
A mini
And
beast.
then there's a point in the series where everything just turns and he becomes completely stupidly overpowered.
I have a question for you.
What is that
Do you
question?
think he's becoming too strong too fast? Like, I get that that's the point, but like, it's so early on in the season. Like, where do we go from here as far as strength goes? Like, are we gonna reach like a strength ceiling where it's like, well, what do you do from here?
So from this point on in the series, after the Chimera Ant arc, the Chimera Ant arc showcases the highest ceiling of Jinwoo's power, right? Because he goes up against, we'll call him Miriam. His name is Beru. He's the king of the ants. He's the new ant king. He's basically Meruem from Hunter x Hunter, except a lot more violent with a proclivity for headshots. Um,
Headshot. Have his brains
Off
looking
with the
like
head.
Chex Mix.
um, Beru's the first person that he encounters that is at his level when he fights him, and it forces him to go all out and cooperate with other people. After that part of the series, what you're going to see is that every arc, Jinwoo's going to encounter people that are very close to his level, such as the National Hunters, his father, Gogun Hee, all these other characters
So now he has
that,
to use his strength. I mean, not his
yes,
strength, his smarts.
yeah, absolutely, which
Okay.
is basically how he started the series. And eventually he does hit another plateau where he gets this exponential growth um, in the form of his number one shadow general of his little shadow army.
Oh, the night dude.
No. When I tell you that Beru, the Ant King, is his number two, bitch.
He's number
Number
two.
two,
Does he get a
number
new number one?
two. Yes, he does get a number one. He's an angel. Um,
Who the fuck
and
kills an angel?
Mr. Jin Woo Woo.
So he kills the fucking angels now? Well, I mean, it makes sense. He waiting to kill demons. Oh, but he can bring back angels, but not demons. Oh, okay, girl.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was a particular reason why he could bring back that one angel. And the plot divulges into the entire reasoning of like the world building in and of itself, right? So in this series of solo leveling, you have these things. Earth is penetrated by these things called gates, and gates lead to other dimensions filled with all these really dangerous monsters, and only hunters can go and fight them. And there's a high risk of death in each of the dungeons, and each of the gates are classified between E rank and S rank, and naturally the hunters correspond with those levels. However, unlike most series, the power scaling in this universe works where in order to clear an E rank dungeon, you would need at least 5 to 10 E rank hunters, or you would need a D rank hunter to be there because there's such a gap in strength.
Mm.
What happens throughout the rest of the series is that the gates get explored in the sense of, well, how did these gates come to be? Why are they spawning where they're spawning? And what happens when they spawn in areas that are heavily populated? So, for example, we'll have a North America arc where it goes to North America. We'll have an arc where there's a S rank gate that spawns in Seoul, South Korea. And after that arc, we're going to get into more of the late game um, things in the series where you find out about these things called monarchs and rulers, who are basically angels that were created by quote unquote the god of this whole solo leveling universe
Mm-hmm.
to wage an eternal war with each other. And the whole reason that Jinwoo is so strong is because Jinwoo is a monarch, and he was given the power of a monarch. He's the shadow monarch, which is one of the most powerful monarchs that exists. And his father and Go Gun Hee are both rulers. They're hosts that it the easiest way to explain it is like the Phoenix Force from X-Men,
Ah, okay. So
where
they've.
they're entities that possess hosts. And if their hosts cannot handle their power, they either quickly or slowly deteriorate and disintegrate. And if the hosts can hold them, if they can contain the power but can't access all of the power, they just become innately strong for no goddamn reason, like Gogun Hee, who can't access his ruler powers. Um, and then you have the rulers in the case of Sun Jin Woo's dad, who can not only is he a host for a ruler, but he can access the ruler's power. The problem that you can immediately see is that his father is a ruler and Jin Woo is a monarch. So I don't want
They,
to get you too hyped for what happens,
they
but
gotta throw the hands.
yeah, daddy gotta lay down the law. You know what I'm saying?
Look, man.
Uh, So it kind of it delves into that territory in the future, and that's toward the end game. And the novel's finished and caught up. So if you do ever want to catch up to it, there is a light novel, but it is just so insanely good. The story makes sense.
I like to
Uh,
watch pictures or look at pictures when I
yeah,
read my
same.
things. So the
Yeah.
novel, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to read, but
We know. So here's a question for you, because it's tentative right now. It hasn't been confirmed, but there are whispers in the woods
whispers.
that are saying that Solo Leveling will be getting animated into a full-length anime series.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are two camps to this. The first camp is people don't want them to make it an anime because it's already wonderfully well done art in panel style and it's full color. So none of it is in black and white. So it's already full colored manhwa panels that are also in Korean. So it would be a pain in the ass for the
Translation.
Japanese companies to translate it into Japanese and then market it across the world with English subtitles and whatnot. In addition to the fact that they have multiple cultures in the series that speak their native languages. Like in this series, the Korean hunters can't understand the Japanese hunters if they don't know Japanese. They
Which
have to
is
have
dope.
translators. Yeah, I love that. I think that's amazing. And the same thing goes for like the American guys. Like the American guys, they stay talking shit the entire series, but they're doing it in English, and the Koreans don't really understand what they're saying, and vice versa. So it leads to communication issues, especially later on in the arcs, that leads to deaths of certain characters and stuff like that, simply because there's a language communication barrier. So from that aspect, it's also difficult to market it as an anime with all of the different languages that are incorporated in it, with how well Japanese do all of their voice acting versus how poorly Americans do their voice acting, right?
Why don't you
Um,
just get the respective language speakers to play that role? That fixes your problem.
Because the problem therein lies that you would have to have American voice actors who give a fuck about the series, which wouldn't be hard to find nowadays because voice acting has become such a popular
People
outlet.
care about anime, y'all. Like
Yeah,
I feel like
absolutely.
anime. People think
Absolutely.
anime is slept on, but like niggas care about anime. Like rappers rap
Absolutely.
about anime all the
Hell
fucking
yeah.
time. Like
Hell yeah.
so niggas care about anime. So it's not hard to find you a talented voice actor who's gonna come in, do the work, and then if you got the bread right, like come on now. And let's
I
act like these
agree.
people, these companies don't have the fucking money. You
Right.
got the money,
Right.
bitch. Stop playing
Yep.
these games. Give the people what they want. Get these actors in here and let's get it popping. Like you can get some English
Yeah.
voice actors, get that shit done. You can get some people who will, are bilingual or trilingual and can speak both languages. Just play the translator. Like you could really like get into this shit. Just bitches don't want to put in that work.
Yeah. So those are the two camps. You have the one camp who feel like it would be a real big hassle to animate, in addition to the fact that the manhwa is done so beautifully already.
Hmm.
And then the third part to that is that they don't want to see it in. There's big contention between if it should be done in the CGI format, the 3D animation,
Hmm.
um, or in regular 2D animation style. And I think 2D animation style is the way to go. You already
Same.
know how I feel about that. Ingress being one of the very, very, very few exceptions to that. That was a wonderful anime done in 3D. And then you have the second camp who are like, dude, this manga, if this was made into an anime, this would literally just take everything by storm. And those people are in a similar camp to another very popular, arguably a much more popular manhwa series called Tower of God, which has already been confirmed to be getting an anime. So people in that camp are saying, well, if Tower of God is getting an anime and they're going to be shelling out so much money for it, the production value should be the same for Solo Leveling because it's so damn popular. So there's the two camps for that, and until those two camps resolve their issues, I don't think that the anime will be greenlit. They need a good production studio to actually publish the works, and an editing studio to be able to take those beautifully done panels that they have artfully crafted to get that into an anime format as well as the language barriers and all that stuff.
I don't want to hear shit about no goddamn format or who the fuck's gonna do it unless they get these voice actors together. Because as far
Yeah,
as I'm concerned, they can just stay as what'd you call it, a wanhu, or a manhu, a manhwa, a mantra.
manhwa, just
Uh,
manhwa.
okay. So um, the mango is perfectly well drawn and illustrated. So I don't particularly care to see it in an anime. I mean, I got too many shows right now that I'm watching. So if you add another one, I don't. My spirit just won't be able to take it.
I don't know, bitch. I feel like you would drop everything and watch the anime. I know I would. Like
But
this is
see,
this
I'm a
this
binge
is
watcher. Like if I can't binge watch it, it pisses me off. So I usually wait until shit drops the whole first season, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna watch it. Except I can't even say that because it's anime that I'm caught up on now. But if I could binge watch it, bitch, I could. I would.
Yeah, no, I feel you. But I mean, for me personally, I really hope it does get animated. I think it could be fucking amazing if it happened. And I've already told you this before, but this series, or maybe it was somebody else I was talking to. This series is the first series in literally 10 plus years of anime and manga nerd shit that I've been interested in that has surpassed my favorite anime slash manga of all time, which is One Piece. I am more into solo leveling right now than I am in One Piece. I'm still in, yeah,
Wow.
like, and that's hard to do because I fucking love One Piece. I can talk about One Piece all day, every day,
Oh, I know.
for hours.
You're still trying to get
Um,
me to read it
hell yeah, I am.
or watch it.
Either one, bitch, either one.
Which is
But
funny because I'm all about binge watching. They got over 1,000 episodes.
and you're just over here like, that's
Uh,
too many episodes.
I don't want to.
Even though
And
you over
two,
here,
but low key, no tea, no shade. But like the artwork is kind of old. Not
yeah,
that that
no
matters,
shit.
but
No, no,
like
no, no
watching the new
shit.
stuff now, like going back and watching it, like I can't go from My Hero to One Piece. Then I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit?
No, I feel you. I can show you some of the animation of the new shit, and it's kept up with the times. However, One Piece, I mean, you gotta remember it came out in the fucking 90s, dude. Like it started in 1991, and
I'm a
the anime
soldier.
started in 1993. So, I mean, it's been in production since anime started hitting its stride in the early 2000s.
I'm a soldier. Huh.
But yeah, man, I love solo leveling. Who's your favorite character right now? Is it Jinwoo?
Yeah, because we really don't see much of anybody else. I mean, you could base it on people's powers, but like,
Yeah, that's fair. I
like
mean,
you,
there's people who just got drip, you know what I'm saying? Like Choi, Eisen Vinsmoke, Mr. Roy Mustang, whatever you want to call him, Mr. Flame Wizard Extraordinaire. I mean,
oh,
he got the drip.
get the fuck
Stay with it.
out.
He stay with the drip. And then my boy Bake, Mr. White Tiger. Oh God, I love him. He's awesome. Even though he is the weakest S rank hunter in Korea.
You only like him because he's a lion.
Hell yeah, dude, he's a fucking were lion. Like everything about his powers and abilities just screams me.
It
Like
screams
I love it.
trash.
Your fave could never, bitch.
My fave would have. You didn't keep up with who was it? What's the name of that show?
Magi,
No,
Seven Deadly Sins,
Fairy Tale.
Fairy Tale. Yeah, I'm caught up to Fairy Tale. I read it.
Okay, so you know that girl from the one people that like she could like split into like different people and each one had a power or some shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's the kind of powers my fave would have. I feel like Nikki would have those powers.
yeah. She would just have all these different personalities.
And they all had like on some Legion type shit.
Roman.
Like, yo, I feel like
Roman comes out with the fire mace.
Roman would come out with those hands.
Oh, word? He'd be a berserker.
Roman would have those hands. Do you tell me? Let me tell you.
What about
Listen,
Slim Shady? What would Slim Shady have? You got Marshall, right? You got Marshall Eminem. What would Slim Shady? What would he be?
I feel like he would be a berserker assassin.
I feel like he would have an incredibly small, like, sword, and then like he goes to cut people, and he just cuts them out in range somehow, some way.
Just
You know?
ting, and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah, just some anime stupid bullshit, overpowered like sword ability or something like that.
Bro, listen. Who
Unless
else?
you want to give Slim Shady the chainsaw.
A chainsaw. Why would we give him a chainsaw?
Have you not listened to the Slim Shady LP, bitch?
No.
Slim Shady, the original depiction of Slim Shady and all the cover art for Eminem's albums was Slim Shady in a Jason Voorhees mask with a chainsaw.
So then that would be his power. There you go.
Yeah. So
Chainsaws. Nah,
Standing over here, excuse
you better stand for your faith, bitch.
me.
You better stand for your faith, because you know I stand for mine. But no, I feel like Nikki would have like multiple powers and shit.
I could see it.
And she
Yeah, I
would
could see
like
it.
change personas to access different powers. It would be so dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dope.
That'd be great.
I mean, it's not original, but you would still
It'd
be
still
dope
be
as
dope.
fuck. Still be dope as fuck. Like,
Who would
ooh,
have like? I wonder who would have like Escanor's powers from
Escanor.
celebrities. Yeah, from Seven Deadly Sins, The Lion, Sin, of Pride.
Um,
Like, who would just go Juggernaut at noontime and then just kill people?
hmm, I don't know. I don't be
Oh,
following bitches like that to be like, oh, this person's gonna have this power, or this person's gonna have this power. Like,
oh.
I only follow Nikki, so we can talk about her, but anybody else, you're up shit creek without a paddle, baby, because I don't know.
That's funny.
This milk is delicious. What?
So what do you want to see? Like, what about Solo Leveling really got you hooked? What about the series like really made you be like, this is the shit?
The
This
fact that
is
he stopped, the fact that he knew he was a basic bitch and was out here joining dungeons because he had to get this bread. He had to get this shmoney, okay? That's what he was doing it for. He wasn't trying to get stronger. He wasn't trying to be the best. He wasn't gonna, lead the free world. He wasn't gonna unite all the peoples on some, fake save the world bullshit. No, he was out here. Look, my mama is in the hospital and my sister going to school. So I need this money.
and the
Like,
best way to acquire said money
is
is to
in
kill
these
these damn
dungeons.
monsters.
Fam, and niggas was talking shit. He was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I am weak, but guess what? I'm going to get this money. I'm getting that. And then when he got swole, he was still not here for the
For any
bullshit.
of the bullshit.
I need to go get these levels. I need to do my dailies. I need to go get this money. Then he was like, oh, let me bring my mama back. Okay, mama's back. All right, now I just gotta do these dailies because if I don't, bitch, my heart is going to. Oh, bitch, when that system told me, oh, you gotta kill this motherfucker, we gonna stop your
Yo,
heart. I
that
said,
is like, yeah, that is one of my favorite things about the series is that it's much like The Gamer if it was more realistic. Like you have this otherworldly universal presence. Jinwoo is called a player, and there are multiple players in the universe of Solo Leveling. However, Jinwoo is the only one in this time period. And a player, they're also referred to as the monarch hosts, right? So anybody who is possessed by a monarch has the same abilities that Jin Woo has, where they can level up consistently.
mm-hmm.
Uh, and the people in the series that are attuned to the presence of players always have some form of sensory um, augmentation, like Cha Hae-in. That's why she always covers her nose because she can smell people. But
Mm-hmm.
Jinwoo smells nice. Same with Kei from the Japanese Hunter team, the dude with
Mm-hmm.
the face
Mask?
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the same thing on a much higher level, and that allows them to sniff out players. And the reason that they have those senses, and you'll find out later in the series, is that those people they were given that power by the system in order to sniff out potential monarch hosts, so that the rulers could then come in and kill them. So
We didn't
Chahe,
preface this
yeah.
by saying spoiler alert. So if you've listened to this point,
If you've
23
listened to this
minutes
point, I'm
in,
so sorry.
we just spoiled all this shit for you. See, me, I don't mind spoilers because I'm gonna read this bitch and still get my life. But I know some of y'all are like, oh my god, spoilers. Now, granted, it might be all two of you motherfuckers, but
To those two motherfuckers, I
listen,
apologize.
I don't.
And we love you.
But
Oh
anyway,
man. But yeah, and I still think that's one of the most amazing, like the universe that's set up in
oh yeah,
Solo
that was
Leveling.
dope because it's like being locked. Like you're playing a game and then you
Yeah, and
get to
you
this
can't
room and then
you
you're locked
cannot get
in
out. Yeah,
until
you
you do this
cannot get out.
particular thing.
Yep.
What
There is no save, there
What
is
if he
no
would have had to kill the Japanese dude when they was training?
Oh, that I mean the reason he stopped himself and tried to that's why he was trying to keep everything lighthearted,
Oh
right?
yeah,
And
I
that's
know.
yeah, that's why he tried to emasculate him in the quickest way possible, because if he kept emasculating him to that point, the bloodlust just turns into rage, right? and the rage doesn't trigger the bloodlust. It only qualifies as rage, and it's explained in the light novels that it has to be legitimate intent to kill, and anger is not a legitimate reason to kill as per the system's parameters.
Oh yeah, because
However,
you get mad at bitches all the time.
yeah, and so he understood the way to go around this. He's finding loopholes in the system to work his way up to make sure he stays alive, he doesn't kill anybody he doesn't have to, all that kind of shit. And
But
it's
if
actually
anybody wants this work,
they can get it. Yo,
baby.
when I tell you, fam, I am so looking forward to him fighting the American National Hunter. I cannot wait to see that on these manhwa panels.
I think I'm gonna go back and read that part where he's fucking fighting Japanese dude because he was like, oh, he's an assassin type. No, he's an mage type. What? A what?
Yo, Goto was just like, that's fucking bullshit. There
That's
is
a
no
lie.
fucking way. This dude is too fast, too strong. There is no way he's a mage type.
Lies. And that's
Yeah.
the how he said, light feet. Ooh.
And it's so funny how it showcases the difference, like the legitimate gap in power between a player and regular humans.
Mm-hmm.
Because Goto Ryuji, everybody's knocking on Goto, and I mean, as they should. I mean, old boy got trashed, no problems, right? And I mean, he's gonna get one shot by Meruem later on. You know, he's gonna get his head rolling. How
Who?
Goto?
The lion dude?
No, the Japanese dude, the leader of the Japanese squad. Motherfucker,
He gets the chop?
dude, all 21 of them dudes get the chop. One shot. All 21
Off
of
with
them.
their head. Mm,
All of them.
Dance with that.
And it's not until
Head to
and it's
roll. Head
and
to
it's
roll. Head to roll. On the
and it's
floor.
not until Bike goes to fight Meruem that you realize that Sun Jin Woo is there in the shadow of Bike. What he did when he was at the training facility, you remember how he had the shadows and people.
Yeah, bro, that's the dopest shit ever. And nobody else noticed. He just got his
No,
shadows and
now
people, and then he just switched places into the shadow. And oh my god, he's gonna show up. Everyone's like, how the fuck did you get here?
Yeah. One of the things that the manhwa didn't do that was in the light novel is that Gogun he didn't notice the shadows, but he noticed something strange. It's described in the book. Gogun he tilted his head like in a questioning manner, like, "Did you do something else, Mr. Sun Jinwoo?" And Jinwoo looks at him like, "Oh man, this dude can almost detect these shadows." And that's like Sun Jinwoo, until he understands who Gogun he is, he actually really fears him. He's like, man, this dude is literally that dude. Like he's an old man, but he got the paws, you know? And so that wasn't shown in the manhwa, which was unfortunate. But it
Wait, is
takes
Gung Wu the Japanese guy?
no Gogun he is the chairman of the Hunters Association. He's the old man.
Oh, baby, listen.
Yeah. He's the old man. And
Zaddy?
yeah, he's the old
Zaddy.
man. He's one of the like I said, he's a host for a ruler.
I have a
So
critique because these fucking names, man.
oh yeah, Korean name like
Like,
Korean
I
name
get
the
it.
worst thing
I get
about
it.
this series.
I'm not gonna
Absolutely.
remember shit.
Yeah, dude.
Do you hear
It's
me?
not and it's not even like typical Japanese names that we can
No, at
Takashi, Yuji
all.
Mishima, like Kei, Aokiji, like all this other crap. Like
Sun
the
Jin Woo, the fuck? Who the fuck is saying Sun Jin Woo? Like,
Cha Hai In, Choi Jung Park, like
we remember shit like Byakuya Kuchiki, so
yeah, you know, like but we're used to those because of anime, we're so used to the Japanese names that we kind of built a tolerance for the names, so we retain them better. But you're jumping into a completely different culture's
Sun
literary
Jin
art.
Woo. Oh,
Yeah,
wow. You got
yeah.
three names? For what?
Well,
Why?
I mean, so it's exactly like American,
I know,
where we
I'm
have
just
a
talking
first, a middle,
shit,
and a last.
bitch. I'm just
Yeah,
talking
man.
shit.
Just could you imagine if everybody walking around every time they were in conversation with you,
Said your whole name?
James Terrell Ramsey, could you please do this for me? Thank you so much.
I'd be
James
like,
Terrell Ramsey, you're such a nice person.
can we not and say we didn't?
Yeah, man.
Can we not?
Yeah, it's crazy. And I agree with you. That's definitely one of the biggest critiques I have about the series. I mean, I can't even remember all the names, and I go in on this type of shit.
I'm just like giving niggas nicknames.
I mean, that's what I did.
His
Shit.
name's gonna be Shadow. His gonna be Lion. This nigga over here's gonna be Flames. I might give you other anime niggas names just because you remind me of them. Like
Yo, that's why. That's
that's for
why I
sure.
called Choi. That's why I called Choi Eisen, bro. He looks like Eisen if Eisen was a redhead, and he's like Roy Mustang. Like shit, man.
Redheads. Yes.
Get your life.
I'm
Uh,
living. Speaking of redheads, let's switch gears here for a second because there was another Zaddy that was released recently on the Legends.
the League, the
Mm-hmm.
League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
People still play that game, James?
You do.
Oh, do I? Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Platinum ranked player.
Shit. Know what I'm saying?
But no, Set, and then his name is Set. Okay, I have an issue with his name being Set and him being white.
He's not. Yeah, and he's not Shuriman either.
Okay, he should have been dark skinned. Sorry, we have what, 3 black people in the whole fucking game. I'm not here for it. No, four. Four. Five. Five.
Senna, Echo, Lucian.
Senna, Echo, Lucian,
Karma's
Nidalee,
like.
and Karma. Five.
Okay.
Five out of 100 and some odd characters. Granted, some of those characters are creatures and animals. But of the people, five,
5 of them.
we need some more Negroes. I mean, you could count Sivir, I guess, kind of,
I mean, yeah, she's descended from Azir.
which would be the
And
Egypt in this area. So,
yeah,
6, maybe,
maybe.
out of how many people? No, we need some more Negroes.
That being said, how you
Set,
feel about that?
Set can just sit on my face and or let me sit on his lap because, baby, listen, I seen that splash art. I said, ah.
Wallpaper?
I'm
All
just
right.
I'm just gonna add you to the list. It's gonna be him, Graves, and Braum. Gangplank can stop by too.
What about Swain?
Pirate Swain could get it. Trundle could get it too. Traditional Trundle.
That's wow, that's weird.
You can get your life.
I mean, he do got that big ass club for you though. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he
Li-
is the Messiah.
Listen, I'm trying to get my walls blown out. So do you hear me?
You're a whore.
Fuck me up. I deserve
You better whore.
it. You might can just slap me, but don't punch me. But yes, what? And then he's out here suplexing bitches?
Yeah, man. That should resonate with you.
Suplexing. I mean, as the wrestler here,
Yeah, that's why I was putting so much emphasis on that when I was telling you about his abilities.
But why would you tell me that? Because then I'm gonna want to main him, and then we can't main the same people.
Why not?
Because we can't. Because then one of us would be better at it than the other person, and we'd be talking shit.
Okay, well, we both know I'm gonna be better at him, so it's not that big of a deal.
Um, pardon me?
Bitch, he's a bruiser. You don't play bruisers. You play mages. I will never be as good at mages as you. You're not gonna be as good on bruisers as I am.
Facts.
It's just different play styles.
Facts.
Assassins, I think we're pretty similar in, but like mages, nah. You got that. 80 carries, nah. You got that.
The tanks and bruises, you're like, I'm in there.
Yeah, I got
The only tank I can play is Leona.
But when you play her, she's not really a tank.
Nah, she's a mage. I have an AP.
All my abilities up. AP is at 600.
Let's go. And she went pop. All right. Next. I'm just a mage who happens to be tanky. Damn, I can't help it.
Oh man,
But
no,
isn't it weird?
really,
Like they released like 3 champions in like 4 months.
well, the whole reason they did that is because they were all supposed to come out much earlier. But with all of the events that they had lined up this year, I think Riot kind of messed up. They just tried to pack too much into 2019. Because Aphelios was supposed to come out almost halfway through the year, and Kiana was supposed to come out at the beginning of the year, and Set was
She
supposed to come out at
did
the end.
come out this year, so we got Kiana, Senna,
Yeah,
Aphelios, and then Set comes
Set.
out next year.
Yeah, he probably comes out in January, so he'll be the first champion rolled out. And then if Riot's sticking to their roadmap, they're going to have 3 more champions for us next year. Not to mention we have the reworks of Volibear and Fiddlesticks coming out next year as well.
Damn. Do you think they're setting too many expectations? Because fuck all the new champions. When they gonna release that card game or that fighting game?
The card game comes out this year, or 2020, sorry. I'm very excited for that, as are you. And then the fighting game, there's no news on it yet. The same with the shooter, there's no news on it yet.
The moment
Uh,
that fighting game comes out, you get. Speaking of games that's not fighting, bitch. Guess what I found on PlayStation?
what did you find on PlayStation, James?
Smite.
Oh, word?
And I started downloading it today.
It's cross-platformable, so if you want to play it, man, we can give it a. There's champions in there you would really like, and ever since they released Achilles on there, fan.
Hopefully, I can log in with my. It should be to my Blizzard account, right?
No, Smite is not Blizzard. They're just pure Steam. They're backed by Steam, so it's your Steam account.
Oh, okay, because I got the God pack, and I just want to
Oh
make
yeah,
sure.
bitch, you gonna come back to about 20 different fucking champions, like no lie. Like even the last time I played, they had released like Jormungandr. The most recent addition they had was Heimdall. They released him. Um, that game, man, God, I love Smite. I love the concept of Smite. It's
However,
really well done.
however,
It's so fucking hard to play.
you just gotta be
Man,
good, man.
yeah, I'm not a WASD kind of guy, man. If you're
Yeah,
used to
nah,
WASD games, it's a
nah,
great game.
nah, fam. I'm hopping that controller.
Yeah, I mean, the controller might work for you. I don't know. I know it didn't work for me. I've tried it before. It was not a good fit. I was even worse. So I just stick to the keyboard, and I didn't mind. You know, I don't mind being trash at the game. I play it for fun.
Nah, fam. No. I'm too competitive to be trash. Like, being trash bothers my spirit.
You're like, nah, we're gonna get this Nox
We're
to
gonna get
Diamond
this together.
Mastery.
We're gonna get this together because I will not be laughed at by these lessers. I refuse.
I refuse.
I refuse.
And the cool thing about the game is that they have an entire pantheon that's geared literally just for you. They have a whole Egyptian pantheon for you,
I
bitch.
know, I know, I know. I still refuse to be trash. I
Uh,
refuse.
but yeah, man, I actually really enjoy Smite. If I could get good at it, I would drop League in a heartbeat for Smite. It's just a better game, in my opinion. Just a better designed game.
I wouldn't drop League because I'm too invested at this point.
I mean, that's the only reason I haven't dropped League yet is because the money. Like, I've
Not
put
only
way too
that, I
much
just
goddamn
haven't.
money and
Just
time.
haven't found anything else that's like compelled me to
To
invest in
play.
it like that.
Yeah, I think the closest thing that for me was Dauntless back when we were playing Dauntless, you, me, and Josie,
Mm-hmm.
because that was just a fun fucking game to play with y'all, and we got competitive, but we were getting competitive in the sense we were trying to outlevel each other, we were trying to do more damage than each other, we were just having fun,
It was
and
like,
that's
oh
what I
yeah.
fucking miss. I just miss being online with a squad, kicking back and just having fun. We should actually play Dauntless here soon, man.
You need friends for that.
Yeah, you're right. I don't have any.
Yeah,
I
that
only have
sucks.
2,
That sucks.
and neither of them live with me.
Nobody told your ass to move to
Oh.
where, the sun don't shine, it's forever cold.
Hey, listen, man.
I don't
Two and a half more years.
I don't do the snow.
2.5 more years.
I
Holy
don't
crap.
do the snow. That's
Oh man.
365 times 2.
Hey, do me a favor. I mean, I guess you can edit this part out since we have the editing material, but I got to get up and get some more Dr. Pepper. So just talk for a little bit, or we can just have silence and you can cut this part out when you edit it. Okay? Okay. All right. Be right back.
Trash. Once I was away to get back home.
And I'm back.
Once there was a way
So what else did you want to talk about? What else do you want to get out in the open?
to get back home.
Because I got a topic if you need one.
Oh, go for it, sis.
How you feeling about this Eminem Nick Cannon beef going on right now?
Girl, what beef? What beef are you talking about?
Oh man,
What's
yo,
beef?
this is like really sad. Like I understand that Nick Cannon is doing this to promote his new season of Wild 'N Out because Wild 'N Out's been dropping on TV ratings. I get it. You
Oh,
know.
they need some new material.
Yeah, I get it, and that's why he's got all his boys on there to promote the TV show, so people are interested and more invested in those people on the show. I get it. But really, man, Eminem, bro, like he's not going to respond, and your threats mean absolutely nothing. And
He
the only
should
thing that's going
respond.
to happen,
He
I
should
mean,
respond. He should.
I don't want to see Eminem respond.
I do.
What I would like to see is what Joyner Lucas posted on Twitter the other day.
Oh, all those people just come out of nowhere. It's
Yeah,
like,
just come out of nowhere with diss tracks, like yo, because it's
yo.
like, I mean, it's been literally 8, 9, 10 people that Nick Cannon's had cumulatively all on his diss tracks towards Eminem, and all of them are dissing him, and it's one man against 10 right now. So I'd love to see the homies show up and show out. I think that'd be dope, and then just let Slim keep taunting him on Twitter and shit, being like, "There's no reason for me to respond to you unless you actually put out something that's actually a diss, and it's
Mm.
not." It's not something that you got your battle rappers to write for you, and it's only 8 bars, not 16 at least.
Mm.
So
That's tough.
yeah, I did appreciate what, and I'm surprised you didn't do this with how much you love battle rap. I was really happy to see that Hitman Holla and Charlie Clips, while they are on the payroll of Nick Cannon, in their disses you can tell that they have no hard feelings towards M. They just want to see how well he can battle rap, because both of their verses, like, there's just this underlying tone of like, we're tagging you in, bro. Like, we want to see you in the ring, man. We want to see if your battle rap skills are still up to snuff. And they're just kind of curious in that sense. That's what I got from both of them, because they
But I
both.
mean, they've had, people in the music industry who used to battle rap come back and battle rap on different events. I mean, they had,
Busta, right?
no, 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 no. They had Mickey Fax come back. Uh, uh, Not organic. What's his name? Fuck. Cannabis came back, and who else? He just battled two people. What the fuck is his name? I forget. The point that I'm trying to make is that they all sucked. Like,
Oh, really?
bad. Like, they
I
may
mean,
have
it
had a
makes
line
it
or
makes
two.
sense though.
Because making music and making battle rap are two totally different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then again, M is a name to where, if he did do anything, it would be major.
Yeah.
Like when these other artists came back, they're not really mainstream artists, so it was major for the culture esque. But if M were to do it, he would have everybody watching. Like mainstream would
URL events.
like no, I'm talking like yeah, basically having everybody in the mainstream watching URL events. Like it would be on the news, it would be in the blogs. Like Eminem went and battled so and so. Like clips will be posted of it. Like it would make
Yeah.
headline news. So,
It'd be good money too. Like,
but it would be all off of his name.
yeah, absolutely.
That's the fucked up part. So is he doing it for the culture? Is he doing it to prove a point? So I don't think he would actually do it unless if he did come back and battle rap, I want him to battle Lux.
Yo, that'd be sick to see.
I think Lux would be the best person to battle.
I don't think I would drop M directly in front of Lux though. I mean, I don't know how washed up Lux is because he's been in the game and out of the game so long. I
What?
don't know what he's like right now.
Fam.
Is he still fire?
He just did a 2-on-2 with Hollow
Oh,
against
okay.
Tay Rock and Chess. And then before that, he battled Averb. They say it's debatable, but Fam still got bars. And he just did the Flex interview like a year or two ago.
Yeah, that freestyle was crazy, man.
Exactly. And you think that
Yo,
talent went anywhere?
yeah, right. Well, I
So
mean, Lux is kind of atypical in the sense that he still didn't gain mainstream appeal, but he's a legend in the battle rap community. He's more than, he's well off, he's made his money. He's made his mark, and he's given back to the community. And that's the crazy thing, is that I think battle rap is just criminally underappreciated. Like, it is such a great fucking
because
avenue.
not everybody can do it.
Yeah,
That's why.
absolutely.
You can't mainstream that. I mean, they tried to when they did like the celebrity battle rap thingy, and like was two celebrities going there and battle each other. And I mean, it's cute, but like actual battle rap, like you can't.
It's too raw, it's
You can
too
put it on.
gritty.
You can put it on HBO.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Like, I really
Netflix could pick it up,
true, very true.
make it a series.
Yeah. At the same time, though, it's just one of those things where it's society just doesn't care anymore. Like, as a society, we don't care about lyrics. You know, I'm not saying you and I don't. I'm not saying people don't. But the vast majority of society, they don't like when they listen to music nowadays. When people listen to music, they don't care about the lyrics. They don't care about what people are saying. You know, I mean, if people are holding Juice World to the standard of a fucking legend, saying "R.I.P. a legend, we lost him too early," yada yada yada, like that clearly shows like I mean, yeah, Juice World was nice. He was a cool artist, but he wasn't a fucking legend. I mean, and no disrespect to him or Mac Miller, rest in peace, all that crap. But Mac Miller wasn't a legend either. He was
All
a
them was
fixture.
niggas.
He was a fixture in hip hop, sure, but he wasn't a
If
legend.
that.
Yeah, if that, I would
If
agree.
that. Like, you were just popping at the time, sis. Like, what is your
Yeah,
legacy? Right now, your legacy is a young artist who died.
yeah.
I mean,
And
that's
then
your
it's
legacy. Like, I
yeah,
mean, Amy Winehouse was a young artist who died, but, like, her music can stand the testament of time. Like, bitches will listen to Back to Black or, Rehab because that shit still, it was a
it, it
statement.
it's a bop.
Not even
It's
just
not
a
a.
bop. Like, it's a work of
It's a
art.
bop with a meaning.
Like, nobody's gonna be. Who the fuck is gonna be listening to a Mac Miller song 20 years from now
Yeah,
and
I
know
mean,
it and know it's a Mac Miller song?
yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, and I think as a society, that's on us, man. It really sucks. Like, where was the disconnect? What
I don't think
happened
that's on
to?
us.
I think it definitely
I don't.
is.
I don't think it is because I mean, it's on us in the sense that we consume it, but I mean, you have to realize that there are people who are dedicated to, understanding the psyche of people and what they, are capable of ingesting. And these big companies and executives, get this information and they market certain shit to us. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
why. I mean, we can care, but as long as you have enough people for them to make money off of, they're gonna still do the exact same shit. Like, you got to get like everybody to be like, nah, fam, this is what we like, this is what we want, this is what it is, for them to really change how they do shit. But as long as you have that small pocket of people who accept dumb shit, then we just gonna keep getting dumb shit.
Yeah, and to your point, as far as like marketing and everything, that's where I'm going with society, because as society, we feed off of what we're marketed, right? So these companies that are like, okay, this is the trend right now, we're going to produce more things like this trend and turn this trend into the new social norm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened with mumble rap. That's why mumble rap became such a big thing, is because there were a few poppin' songs, that were cute for a taste. They were cool for a time, right? But these companies were just like, you know what? Everybody's liking these right now. So
Let me
let's
try to
shell
do
out
it.
yeah, let's shell out some money, reproduce this process. It's really easy, super cost efficient. We can market it super well. And then all of a sudden, circa 2012, boom, mumble rap emerges. And here we are 2019 and it's still going strong when everybody thought it would die off in a year.
But I mean, everybody wants to reproduce something, and nobody really wants to be like original. Like, it's one thing to build upon something, but then like to just mass produce it. It's just. But what's crazy though, like, I'm saying all this, but there are some like bullshit ass songs that I know are bullshit.
But you love them,
But
I'm not saying I'm not the same way.
because
I mean, I got Kuda by 6ix9ine on my playlist. I love that song.
oh, we not gonna know. I'm not gonna tell you how many times I got clown
Yeah.
for liking his music, and I'm just like, you can kiss my ass because
Like
when I
Snitch Nine
first
got the bops. Like I mean, he's
listen,
got the bops. He knows how to make bops.
Gumo, Billy, what? Play those two songs. What? And then fucking Bad Babies, Hi Bitch, everything. Um, what's the other song? Babyface Savage. That fucking beat. Most of the time, it's the beat that gets me. But
It's the
that
beat that gets
beat, I'm
everybody.
just like, They're like, I'm gonna find the hardest beat ever and say some dumb shit, but the beat gonna be so fucking hard. You have no choice but to accept this.
Yeah,
Is what
man,
I'm
and
saying making sense?
that's
No, but
yeah,
is this beat hard as fuck? Yes.
and that's where the marketing comes in.
Man, that beat drop. I'm like, ugh. Yes.
And that's why we only have one J. Cole and one Kendrick Lamar in this generation, and not multiple. Which is crazy because you would have thought that after Pac and Biggie passed, it would have reignited this flame for hip hop that like would have continued. And all we got, like I mean, I say all
Wilder.
we got, but we got them was the rise of Nas and Jay Z, and ultimately just the rise of Jay Z and people trying to imitate him. And then it transitioned over to Drake's reign of, you know,
But I
back to
mean,
back to
it's
back to
not
back.
gonna reignite anything like that because there was something going on that led to people dying, so you're not gonna want to reproduce that.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
after that, it went into the feel good music era of hip hop, where it became,
Yes.
they started the limelight esque stuff, but now it really became the limelight stuff. Now that this terrible shit is happening, let's actually talk about the dumb shit that makes us happy, and not, so
Yeah.
much on the gang shit. I mean, we still gonna talk about the gang shit, but we really gonna focus on getting this money and fucking these hoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So
that's it. And it's just like it, I don't know, man. Like and that's not to say that there's not good artists today. There's still plenty of current artists in hip hop that are good. I'm not taking that away from people. I just don't think that the sea is as deep, you know?
mm-mm.
Like nowhere near as deep as it used to be.
It's not even a sea, baby. We on the 3 foot side of the pool.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just my take on it.
Yeah, but I don't know if I think battle rap becomes mainstream. I think it will reignite that because of
Oh yeah, dude, if battle rap became mainstream, people would immediately like
it would
people
reignite the artistry of it, because in battle rap you got those people who are mad lyrical, but you also got
yeah.
people who perform. So like you would want, because nobody's really a performer. Like you just put out songs and it's like, hey, it's my hit song. Go listen to it. I'm just gonna perform it blandly.
You know what's
Nobody's really
funny?
trying to, put on a show and entertain. But with battle rap, like, there's no big stage production. There's no green screen. There's no lifts. There's my words and my actions. That's it. And I have to really sell you what it is that I'm saying. So they perform. Now all of them are good at it, but they perform, and I love
Yeah.
that shit. So if it became mainstream, it honestly would ignite. I feel like it would put a fire up under everybody's ass to actually be about their craft. Like if you're gonna be a lyricist, be a lyricist. If you're gonna be a performer, bitch, I want to see you doing acrobatic stunts and shows. I want you out there dancing. I want you singing. Do it, bitch. Put on costume changes, change venues, bitch. Disappear. Do some magic tricks. Like levitate something. Like I don't know what you need to do, but you need to entertain me, ho.
Yeah, I think if battle rap became mainstream, we'd dive into an era of who's the best Lil Wayne. Like
Nah, who's the best
people
Lil
people
Wayne?
people sleep. Well, no, I say that because Wayne was so bar heavy, it wasn't even funny. And he'd hit you with the most like stupid, weirdest bars, but they were hard as fuck.
I remember the first
Like
time I heard real cheese moving silence like lasagna.
like
I
lasagna. Like
passed the
what?
fuck out.
I got Nancy pregnant. I call that bitch a pregnancy. Like, come on, bro. Like, what?
I was done. As soon
Oh
as he said
man.
real cheese moving silence like
Like
lasagna,
lasagna.
I said, get the fuck out. That's the type of lyricism I care about. Be witty. Be
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah, and that was what Wayne was. And I think that that is kind of the era that we would be projected into if battle rap was more mainstream because people would care more about the lyrics, as you said, and I agree with you. But I think people would find creative and gimmicky ways to emphasize their bars and their wordplay and everything like that, just like they do in battle rap now.
I think
So,
I think twerk is the Little Wayne of battle rap right now.
yeah,
Yeah, as far as like
New Jersey twerk.
the unorthodox bars and weird ass shit that he says.
Police sirens red, beams bright and red.
That's not him, but okay.
No, that's what's
That's
his name?
that's Big T.
Yeah, that dude.
That's Big T. But yeah, it's just the way he raps and like how unorthodox his shit is. I think he's a Little Wayne is not as consistent, but as far as creativity is concerned, he's the Little Wayne a better rapper now. But
Interesting.
he been fucking
Well,
up lately, so
well,
mm,
let's get away from battle rap because clearly I am no expert on the topic, and you are.
clearly,
I
clearly. So what else do you want to discuss for?
don't know, man. I mean, you said we were just fucking doing this shit on the fly, just chilling.
We're shooting the
So
shits. I mean, we're already 53 minutes in.
you said how long?
53 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was like, bitch, an hour and 53? What the
Oh
fuck?
no, not an hour and 53. That's they like, bitch, we're getting off. Okay, I'm tired. I gotta go.
what's going on in your life, man? What are your plans for the future, James?
I plan
Where do you want to be in 3 years? That's a good question, actually. Where do you want to be in 3 years?
in 3 years, I would love to be in a house. I would love to be um, still fucking my husband daily because D is important. I don't care what people tell you. When you find some good D, and that good D is good to you, keep that good D.
Keeping it real bold.
She's so bold and so wet. I'm telling you, there is a reason why I stand for Nikki, and that is one of the reasons why. Because she just says things that resonates with my particular spirit, and I'm just like, yes, yes, bitch, yes. So, besides
Oh,
out of the
man.
military, where do you see yourself at?
In 3 years?
That's a long
So
time
in
for you.
No, it's not. Every year seems to go by quicker, which is crazy.
It goes by quicker at the end of the year.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Like day by day, it's kind of like super slow, and I'm just like, wow, can't wait to get through this day. But then even the weeks, like tomorrow's Friday, I feel like this week's gone by really fast, but every day I feel like the day moves very slowly. Um, 3 years for me, I want to be back in Texas. Um,
Good old Tejas.
I would like to be in either a house or an apartment. I wouldn't mind being in an apartment. I have a house now. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
But you have your
Uh,
own man cave. Like, isn't that like the dream? I mean, you got
yeah,
your
I
own
mean,
place, you have your own man cave. You doing the big over there where there's
yeah,
snow.
shit, yeah, but I could have the same thing in an apartment. Um,
A man cave in an apartment?
yeah, absolutely. Get a two-bedroom apartment, make one of the rooms a man cave. The fuck, bitch. I'm ingenuity is key for success, right?
See, you can even use the word right, but okay.
Listen. Maybe I get dumbed down whenever I talk to you. You ever think about that?
That's not possible because see, I'm the queen and I'm never down.
Even though historically queens have been figureheads, but that's neither here nor there. So in 3 years, what I
Mm-hmm.
would like to be, I would
Mm-hmm.
like to be back in Texas. I would like to
Mm-hmm.
be in an apartment or a house with
Mm-hmm.
myself,
Mm-hmm.
um, possibly my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
possibly my boyfriend and his husband could be there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
no, I want my own place, man. I want my own place. I want two dogs and I want my
Two
vehicles.
dogs?
Yes, I want two
Not one
dogs.
dog,
Two.
but two?
Yeah, I'll never do one dog again, man. Have you ever yeah, that's a dumb question. Yes, you've had animals. Um, for dogs, like I don't ever want to have one dog because when I'm out of the house, I want the dog to be kept company. So if you get two dogs, you have a brother and a brother or a brother and a sister and sister, whatever, and they play with each other while you're gone and all that crap. And they're always happy and entertained, and it's just a much more conducive atmosphere for the animals being happy and healthy. Um,
No, I wasn't saying two dogs because of that. I was saying two dogs because that's pretty much the bargain person.
the bargain person.
It's like a child on discount.
Oh no, God, no, no, no.
And I
Um,
ain't got time.
no, I love dogs and
I
I have,
got
have
one,
no
and
problems.
sometimes I be like, Jesus,
Yeah, no,
children.
I have no problems with fur babies, man. Regular kids, nah, fam, we'll stay away from those. But
Um,
fur babies, I love them. But yeah, so I wanna be by myself in an apartment with two dogs. I want to be able to have my life in order and where I want it. I'm going through a very turbulent, tumultuous time right now,
ooh, big words for
and
you.
I know. And I just want to be able to move past this phase of my life to another phase of my life that is more focused on me, more focused on my happiness and success,
Me,
and more
myself,
focused.
and I. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found. You don't listen to Beyonce, so you would know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You mean buy once? And
Awa.
um, and really just living my life. Right now, I'm thinking as far as jobs for when I get out of the military, I'll probably work security at a Fortune 500 company
You better
as
get
a part-time
security.
job, and then I'll go to school and do petroleum engineering, so that way I can operate seismographs and radars to detect oil pockets. That's a good paying job. So I could get hired at Halliburton in
That
a snap of a finger.
sounds complicated.
Not really. They're really small radars. I'm used to operating on a very complex, gigantic, world's most powerful radar. So
Go off,
doing
sis.
doing that for me would be cake. Um, but yeah, I mean, I just want to be in a spot where I'm on my own. I'm in a place where I feel like I'm successful and I'm pursuing a career that I love. If I could make a career out of podcasting with you on the daily, I would love to do that. That would be fucking awesome. Especially if we could get live shows together and stuff like that. Maybe somewhere, some way, somehow,
Start
in
talking
an
shit for
alternate
a living.
reality.
What's your
Yeah.
job? Oh, I talk shit for a living.
Hell yeah, dude. I'd fucking love that, man. But I would love to do that and just be a content creator with you and just have a brand and just fucking live off that. But that's really all I want to be. That's literally all I want in life right now is just to be by myself in a place where I want to be. And another thing that I see myself being in 3 years, or another place I see myself being in 3 years, is adhering to the wisdom of people who care about me
Mm-hmm.
and making
Mm-hmm.
better decisions with my life.
Mm-hmm. Better life decisions. Oh my
Better
God.
life decisions,
I hope I
yes.
hope you get all of those things, especially that last part you said about better life decisions. Because baby, listen,
Baby.
boy, I don't know.
Bye.
Girl, let's see. I can't even sit here and act like I make the best decisions all the time, but I at least think about shit sometimes before I do it. Yo ass.
However, comma,
However, comma
space, and
space.
the pause. Your boy has made some very dumb mistakes.
Dumb is an understatement, but that's not what we're here for.
And hopefully, I have learned enough from my past to not reproduce those same mistakes in the
Mm.
future.
Reproduce. I like that word. Reproduce as reproduction. Mm.
Yeah.
Mass production.
Mass production.
Yes. Mass production.
Watch us come back in 3 years and we do a podcast or whatever, and we come back and it's like, so I listened to this old podcast of ours from 3 years ago, and you said you want to be doing X, Y, and Z, yet for some reason you re-enlisted in the Navy, got married again, did all this other stupid shit. What happened?
Baby, that would be a read, and I would pass the fuck out. I would die. Do you hear me? Die immediately. And I'm immortal. I'd be like, take me out. Take me out. It's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. But see, that's the problem when people ask questions like that. Is oh, where do you see yourself? And then like they come back and it's like, oh, you're not quite where you saw yourself. And it's like, well, bitch, sometimes, most of the times, life has other plans, and along that way, it has an affinity for beating your ass. And sometimes you go through some shit, and plans get derailed. Okay, you said where I saw myself, not where I was gonna actually end up. So,
Yeah, I do know though, for with absolute certainty, for an absolute fact, that in 3 years I will not be in the Navy. I would rather be unemployed, searching for a job every day, grinding as hard as I can at McDonald's, trying to make some money
never
rather than be in
that,
the Navy.
never that.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I mean, you can choose to believe it or not. That's not up to you,
Oh, oh,
It's fine.
wait. Oh, excuse the American fuck out of me. You're absolutely correct. I do have the choice of choosing whether or not to believe that, and my choice is I don't believe that shit at all. But go off, sis. Go off. You have
Yeah.
the right to choose. Got my ass right the fuck together. Go ahead.
Sometimes we get wins, sometimes.
I wouldn't call that a win. I would call that a surprise attack.
A surprise attack took you unawares.
You knocked the wind out of me for a second, but I'm back now. It's okay. I breathe. I got oxygen.
But yeah, I mean, I really that's all I want, man. Is I can't wait to be back in Texas too.
No
Like,
count.
no cap, all facts.
Mm.
There's a part of me that doesn't want to go to Texas, which is weird. There's a part of me that really just doesn't want to go anywhere near my family, all that drama and certain other historical
I
dramatic
mean, you could
events.
come back to Texas and not associate with those people.
It's very true. That's very true, and
Like
that is
you could be a
definitely a
ghost. Now
real possibility.
it would be mad awkward for them to be at a place and they just see you there like oh my god you're here. You're like oh yeah I'm here. Ooh.
Yeah, the big problem with the whole family thing though is that my sister, well, one of them in particular, she really goes out of her way to like communicate with me and really try, like she really loves me as her older brother and she looks up to me and stuff, and I
Oh,
love
that's
her.
so sweet.
Yeah, I love her to death and everything like that. So I will never be able to just completely cut family out of my life. As much dramatic bullshit as there has been in my familial history. Um,
Familial traumatic bullshit, but everybody got that familial traumatic
yeah, yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. Despite all the shit with my dad and mom and all that crap, uh, I'll always make time for my sister, and I have a feeling that in the future she'll end up living with me at some point before she gets a real job, because she graduates this year. She graduates this upcoming year, in May, so she about to be out there in the real world.
She about to see how
I am.
tough it is for us out here in these streets.
Hell yeah, dude. And especially with the with the way I was raised and with the way she was raised, she's gonna have a very, very rough awakening.
That's tough.
Because Tay Todd is daddy's little girl, so she has had
Listen, let me tell
all of
you.
the all of the love and affection
Let
needed
me
to
tell
prepare.
you. Life is about to just say, hey, girl. Oh, they didn't tell you about me. Oh, okay. Well, I'm here to fuck all of this shit up. And the plans you think you had, well, those are null and void.
Yeah. But again, that I think that's one of the big reasons I want to go to Texas. And if I go to Texas, I'll probably I've been thinking about it a lot. I'll probably move to Austin if I were to come back, either Austin or San Antonio. But
San Antonio.
San Antonio. Um and if not to Texas, then I don't
I
know,
want
man.
to move to Austin, but Austin is so fucking expensive. Like,
Expensive.
I really got to get my money to and together, bitch, before I move to Austin because Austin's out here trying to make people homeless and shit. It reminds your ass that hey, you're poor, and I just don't. I don't have time for that. Like, I've never seen a poor person in Austin.
They're there.
Which,
They're just not very frequent.
not where I go. So I no, cause I'm gonna want to do
But
it
yeah.
big. Cause I'm bougie. I get it
But
from my
yeah,
mama.
I mean, and you already know we've discussed this. So for our two viewers, James and I have discussed the ideal dream situation where we live together in the future. You know what I'm saying? In some world, Travis and I, love each other, um, and can live with living in the same within
did,
the same premises
did you
as each
say y'all
other.
love each other? You just gonna skip over deal with, skip over skip over friends, and y'all love each other now?
One day, one day he'll pull out the Molly, and I'll be like, you know what, Travis?
Baby,
Let's do it.
what,
Let's
what,
do it together. Let's
what,
go.
what universe? What Earth are you on? Okay, what's 666? Like, is that what Earth you're on? Because you're definitely not on this current Earth to think that that man is going to like you in that
Oh
love,
man,
girl.
girl.
The day he
It,
loves you is the day I become straight.
I disagree.
I'm telling you, the day he loves you is the day I become straight. I'm talking real puss. I'm just diving in pussy 24/7. Like, pussy.
You just end up going to the Playboy Mansion, and you're the next Hugh
What?
Hefner.
Well, I'm gonna have my own baby. Like, listen,
I caught that shade too. Um,
catch, catch it.
oh man.
Oh, you're funny.
But no, that would actually be really dope.
That
I
would be
think,
cute.
yeah, no, I actually think you're the only friend. Well, not the only friend. I can think of three people that I could actually live with.
Here we
You,
go.
Josie, and one other person who doesn't need to be named. Um,
is,
and
is this person a part of the community?
the community, you could say that she lived in the communal house. Yes.
And that is why he would never love you. That right there is statements like that. But you know
Oh
what? I
man.
can't be mad at you. Go off, sis.
But no, I think there's big problems, and I guess this is turning into a topic of its own. But I think there's a big problem with people can't really compartmentalize too well, right? Like if you and I live together, we would be able to differentiate. Okay, we're friends, we love the fuck out of each other, but at the end of the day, bills got to get paid. So however we got to work it out, whatever we got to do,
How
we're
are we
getting the
paying these
money.
bills?
yeah, we getting the bills paid. If that means I got to cover you for a month, you got to cover me because, I develop a cocaine habit. Who knows? Like,
Oh no, see that wouldn't happen because I don't allow that shit in my house. Oh
you
no,
know,
I'm a
uh,
delinquent, but I'm not trying to die. There's a difference.
yeah. So like, but you can compartmentalize. You know what I mean? Like, if we live
Right, like I
together,
can separate
yes, we
this
would
from
be
that.
able, yeah, and that's something that I can do as well. I didn't used to be able to do that, and the first place I ever got of my own that was not Navy funded, was an apartment with
Mm,
4 people that
mm,
were my
mm,
friends, right?
mm.
And it was just bad. It was a bad experience.
First mistake.
Yep. But because Josie went through that experience with me, and him and I have grown. I know it's hard to believe, but him and I have grown a lot from how young we were, how stupid we were.
New
So
year, new
as
phone, new me. Who's this?
Yep. And so I think that as long as that communication is there, then, friends can live together and it can be a great thing. The only big thing for me about living with other people nowadays is more the privacy than anything else. Like I like my own space.
I mean, but everybody develops that as they get older. Like you get to a place
Yeah,
where you just
yeah, yeah,
like how
yeah.
you do shit, and if you're not, if you're living with other people, then you have to also take,
Them into
them into
consideration.
consideration.
Yeah,
And not everybody likes that. I
yeah,
walk around my
absolutely.
house half naked half the time. And I let
Yeah.
people know once they come over here, hey, look, listen, this is my house, so I'm gonna wear this, and you can either stay or you can go.
Yeah, but I honestly, what I would do in this theoretical situation is I would have a trial period, right? Where like you and I, we tested living in the same area for like 3 months. And then if at the end of the 3 months everything was kosher, and there would have to be a disagreement. So like we would have to find some way to like have or talk about a situation where things would go wrong and see how we would handle it from each perspective and stuff like that. And if we can communicate and
That
handle
sounds too
those
complicated.
issues,
That sounds too complicated. Like at the end of the day, bitches just need to be adults. Like period.
there
There's
you
things that
go.
need to be
Yeah.
done, and that's it. Like if you gotta be real with a bitch and be like, hey sis, so what's happening right now is not working, and we can either find a solution, or you or I need to go. Then that be that. Like there's no hard feelings before or after. It's
Yep.
just the fact at hand, and like people can't differentiate between those two things. Like I can kick you out my house and still be your friend. Like it's that's
Yep.
that's that's possible.
Yes. Yes.
But
Absolutely.
but
And
not
you are the only
everybody
other person.
not
You are the
everybody
only other
gets
person in my
that.
life that could
Like
do that.
not
Yeah.
everybody
No.
gets that.
Absolutely.
Like it's not you. Like it's a situation. Like in an ideal world, like nobody has to pay bills, and this isn't an issue. But unfortunately, the way the ghetto works out here in the real world as adults, the ghetto requires us to pay bills because bills are fucking ghetto. I don't care what anybody else tells you.
Oh,
Bills
baby,
are
we wouldn't be in the ghetto.
no. Bills are ghetto. Okay, I don't care where we live. We could live in a multi-million-dollar mansion. Okay, if I have to pay taxes on that bitch, it's ghetto. If I gotta pay a light bill, it's ghetto. If I gotta pay a water bill, guess what that is? Ghetto. Okay.
Man, you would hate 49 of the other states. Well, actually, I think 43. There's only like 7 states that don't have state taxes.
Look here, ghetto. Do you hear me? Ghetto. Because you're not gonna charge me for
To
living on
live here.
shit that I own. For what? For protection?
Oh, so this gang, we get
Oh,
jumped
this is
in.
this is
We
a
get
gang now.
American in gang.
This is a gang. Where is my what you mean?
I'll put that on the stars and stripes, homie.
I
Like,
mean,
what do you mean?
if I'm paying for protection, then that's all I'm paying for. Why I got a water bill? Why I got a light bill? That should be a basic need provided to every person by a fucking country. You want your citizens to prosper, right? Okay, if we gonna pay taxes, fine, cool, because we gotta pay you and pay for shit to defend us. But lights, water, phone, internet, for what? Why? You make me struggle for no
It's
reason.
it's the system, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, way back in the day when bitches used to hunt for shit, like, it was understandable when people struggled. There's food that's scarce in the area. So what do? You get up, you go to another area. That's how you solve that problem. But I pay a bill? What? I would love to just grow my own food, hunt my own shit. That's how I provide a need to the community. Not only do I have to work in the community, I gotta get paid for it and pay another bitch for some other to live.
Yeah,
To live.
it's crazy when you think about it.
I'm paying bitches to live, fam.
Yeah.
I'm not, no,
Best
that's
criminal
dumb.
scam in all of history.
That's dumb as shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'll let you tell me you own this water. How? Why? For what?
For why?
For what? For a while?
Oh, why? Oh
No,
man.
ma'am.
But yeah. I mean, I don't know where else in Texas would you want to live?
I mean, we're not gonna get no better than Texas, TBH, because we have our own economy down here.
True. But I'm saying like where in Texas? Like if not Austin because it's too expensive, where else would you want to live? Because for
That's
me, I
it.
hate Dallas.
Oh, all the hoes are in Dallas. I refuse to live in Dallas. I refuse to
I caught it. I caught it,
live
bitch.
in Dallas. I'll visit
And then leave promptly.
and then promptly get inside my vehicle and return to
With
my
or
dwelling
without
place.
another person.
Look here. James Terrell Ramsey, aka Queen, is not living in Dallas. It's not happening. I rebuke that in the name. In the name of fill in the blank, because I don't care who you put in it, she's not doing it. No, no, not my
So,
black ass.
so then where? Would you want to live more in like a college town type area, more of a rural setting? Not
Nah,
really you,
college town would get my ass in trouble.
but a city wouldn't really be you either because you like your space.
I mean, I could do like the outs. I would want to live like on like the outskirts of like San Antonio, maybe, but like where I was still in the city and not in the country, but not really in the city. You know what I mean?
So
Like
like Katie.
I can get a little bit. Katie's cute. I can get a little bit of both. Like I can have some country esque shit going on with some space, or you know I can go do some city shit.
But
But I
not like my mama and daddy out in the country.
nah. I'm not trying to be stranded where
Not
shit
out in
pop
Magnolia.
off. Then a bitch is running through the woods for my no, not my black ass. Sorry, that's not what we're doing. That's not. That's not how this works.
Oh man. Yeah,
And I don't want to be in the city where like if shit really go down, the motherfucker's trapped. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to move if I need to move, but I want to be close enough to know what's going on. Like I want to see the city blow up, but be far enough away to where I could get away if need
you
be.
could be sipping your tea and watching.
Right. Like, oh shit,
Smoking a cigarette sitting on your porch and got some
damn.
tea, eat a cigarette, like, oh
Uh,
shit, that looks rough.
that's
That's
tough.
tough.
It's time to go. Pack
Damn,
your shit.
damn, the whole city blew up. Let me
The
finish this
whole.
cigarette.
Let me finish this cigarette. Put this shit out. Go get my clothes, baby. We gotta go. What happened? Oh, bitch, look at that. Where did Houston go? I don't know, but we need to go before we end up like that. What?
Oh man, yeah. I
We
don't
need
know.
a zombie
I don't know.
apocalypse. That's
For
what we
me,
need. We need a
I know
restart.
end game for me is the country. Like when I'm
Really?
yeah, when I'm older, like
Mm-mm.
definitely not like in the next 10 years, but when I'm in my late 40s, early 50s, I'll move out to the country. I love the country.
But you're gonna be looking like that in your 30s, so
But I won't. I look like I'm 12, James.
that is an American Times New Roman lie. You do not look like you're 12.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know who lied to you, but you do not look like you're
Okay.
12.
You're right. Only 99% of the population is wrong, James. It's fine.
Okay, then 99% of the population is wrong. What does that prove?
Oh
You don't look
man.
12?
I think there's a disconnect here. I think you might
I
actually.
mean, you may have like a young person's face, but your body damn sure don't look 12.
Okay, I was talking about my face, bitch. Shit, you ain't gotta bring up my self-esteem issues. Jeez.
Self esteem, you are an issue.
God, I'm gonna go eat some fucking cake now. My fat
Ooh, what
ass.
kind of cake? Red velvet cake?
No, it was a joke. I don't
I
actually
know.
have any cake.
I know, that's why I said no, red velvet cake.
Jesus. And besides, we both know I don't like cake. I prefer flapjacks.
Listen, shoulders
To knees.
to heel. Do you hear me? To heel. Straight line.
Oh.
180 degrees.
I feel like if people are listening to this, they're just literally listening to hear us talk shit. Like I don't what else are we providing? Like if you're listening this long, thanks. Like I want to know if anybody is listening, I want to know why you listen to us. That would be great. Like just so I know. Like if this is what our podcast becomes, it's literally just us shooting the shit. Like I'm fine with that. That's cool. That's great. If
That
people
is
are
great.
entertained by this, great. Cool.
That's fantastic. get on here. So what did you do today? So I took the meanest shit ever, man. And when I tell you,
I was
I
crying,
was
bitch.
crying, praying because
Tears.
my body was not happy with me. I wouldn't mind that either.
Oh man, that would be
Sit,
great. Actually, that would actually be the dream.
sitting on
Like,
shit all day.
hey, we're gonna go record a podcast. You mean you're gonna talk to Robbie for an hour? Yeah,
Basically, yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
we're just gonna record it.
I'm just gonna record it because we ain't got nothing better to do.
Oh man,
Oh, God.
fun. Shit. Well, with that, do you think that we should stop the recording, or do you just want to keep talking like for the
Well, your
rest of the
girl
thing? What do
needs
you
to
want to
go
do?
smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
And so we're gonna have to pause anyway.
Okay.
We could have a commercial break or have a break and play some of the legends because we need to get those tokens.
Oh, you damn right for that. Like, let me open that up right here.
Exactly. So on that note, we're gonna bid all of you hoes adieu. It's been cute. It's been fun. We're gonna try to post soon. If not, it's gonna be another Rick and Morty situation. We might see y'all in 15 years. It might be 2 weeks, maybe even in a day. We don't
One
know,
day we'll
but
get it down. One day we'll get the scheduling down. We promise.
one day soon.
If you have been listening, you've made it this far and everything. Rate the
How?
podcast. Tell
How?
us how you feel,
How did you get
what
this
you like
far?
about it, what you dislike about it, how we can improve,
Describe your
and just
journey.
give us feedback. All one of you listening right now, it helps. Any input helps. So
I mean to
I'm
say,
I'm good with I'm good with that, James. You good?
I am fantastic.
All right. Good night, all you bitches, all you
Peace.
lessers.